Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. Back with my good friend Burton from PropStream. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for having me. How are you doing today, Michael?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for episode one, where we kind of
Of
reminded
course.
them how to build a list. We actually built a list in Vegas. We got that down to seniors not living there and not receiving mail. We then skip traced it and we created a campaign. Now we're going to go back to the campaign and talk about the options that people have. So take it away.
Yeah, definitely. So let me get my screen over to you. And just to recap last episode, what we did was we searched Las Vegas and created our lists. We saved it in the My Properties area. This is the list here that we created last time. We even skip traced it. And as I mentioned, when you're skip tracing, your results will be in the contacts area. So we do differentiate your regular lists, which is in the My Properties, from your skip trace list in the contacts area.
Makes sense.
The results did come through for
Look at
us.
that.
So here they are. Again, we don't skip trace trusts or LLC. So those will automatically be ignored, meaning you don't have to do any manual separation. Just keep the LLCs and trusts in your list. We'll just ignore them and we won't charge you for them. That's one key component about our skip tracing is if we don't get you any results, we don't charge you. And if you don't believe me, our list had 154 properties. You can go to actions and hit view summary to see exactly what we charged you at the end of the day. Okay?
84 times 10. That's
Exactly.
$8.40.
And then we ended up with going into our campaign, hitting new campaign, naming that campaign. And then I wanted to make sure that you understood that there's a difference between a marketing list, your original list that you created, this one right here, versus if you scroll further down, a skip trace list. And again, that's what we chose in our last episode, the skip trace list.
Yep.
Now, that campaign was created in our last episode and it's sitting right here. Our last Las Vegas senior owners of 154. Now, when you click on a campaign, it is separated from all the other campaigns. So yes, you can create more than one campaign because you're going to have more than one list. We want you to do that. So in this campaign of Las Vegas senior owners, the first thing that you get after establishing it is a free website, otherwise known as a landing page.
Wow.
It's right here on the right side.
Okay.
What's the purpose of this? Well, as you see, you have different marketing lists that probably have different categories or different situations. Today's situation is Las Vegas senior owners. So when I set up my website by clicking set up website, the first thing I get to do is establish a website name. Now you got to work alongside with us. So your generic domain is relistingsite.com / a bunch of random numbers. But you can change those random numbers to perhaps, I help senior owners buy their dream home, whatever it may be. Have fun with that. Okay. Build that credibility because when I'm clicking on a website or going to a website, trust me when I say this, I read the web address.
Me too.
The more random numbers I see, the more I don't click on it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
not
that's
going
just
there.
that's just my consumer opinion there. Okay. Now, after you establish the website URL, contact email in the landing page is actually an application where the homeowner or the buyer, whoever you're marketing to, can leave a name, a phone number, an email, and a message. If they do that, this is the email that will send that notification to. By default, it's your username, but you can change it to anything if you'd like.
Nice.
Below that is, do you want to save this website and store it for later use? Because you might have a campaign in a different county, but it's the same audience, senior owner. So why create the website again when we can just check it off and store it for you later on? Okay. Nice. So check that to save, uncheck it if you don't want to save your design. And finally, do you want to start with a blank website design or a template? Now we have one template you can use and that's it right there. It's just a stock photo. But remember, if you started with a blank one, it's just blank. You can put your own image in there, right? You can go in there and maybe put your face as the background, or maybe the picture of their property, or picture of senior owners looking at bills or something, whatever it may be.
Nice.
Logo, you can add your business logo and up to 5 pictures as well. So these could be pictures of 5 other houses that you've helped, or maybe the office pet that you have. Who knows? Build that credibility using images, okay?
Mhm.
Finally, the header text. So after the pictures, they're going to look at the first line message.
Yeah.
What does it say? Now, by default, it says we buy houses, but you can change it.
Yeah.
Instead of we buy houses, how about we help senior homeowners?
There you go.
And then delete everything else. And as you can see, it's a dynamic preview here.
Yeah.
We pay all cash for your home, or don't let your vacation home rot away.
Yeah.
And I mean, whatever it may be.
Go nuts.
Exactly. Finally, if you need a bigger preview, hit preview here at the top right to see what it would look like on an actual website.
There you go. Simple, simple.
And finally, you can save and come back and do your edits later. Or if you really want to establish this website, right now it's inactive. If I click on this and actually try to open it, nothing's happening. It's not a live website. But the moment you hit publish, we host it immediately for you. It is now a live website.
Look at that.
And look at the URL.
Yep.
RE listing site, I help senior owners buy their dream home, right? That resonates.
Yes.
And depending on your audience, your URL may alter.
Yep.
Now, when I hit back, my landing page has now been created for my 154 recipients. That's the first thing we're going to give you. You don't have to do this, but it's there, no additional cost to that landing page. Once it's created, here's my best advice I'm going to give you. Right-click the URL and just copy it to a clipboard, because you're going to need that link in just a few minutes.
Okay.
After you create the website, here's your dashboard showing you how many people are on there, how many postcards sent, et cetera, et cetera. Below that are the activities that you can perform in terms of marketing, starting with Postcard. When you click on Postcard, we're going to show you the tiered pricing. The pricing does include postage, and it goes to the mailing address first. So like these properties are non-owner occupied. We're not going to send them to the actual subject property. We're going to send them to the tax bill. So a lot of people ask that question. Hey, if it's an absentee owner, how are you getting it to the homeowner? The tax bill. We'll send the postcard to where the taxes are being sent to. Okay. So after you choose your postcard size and the pricing that you're comfortable with, below you can choose either a predefined template of ours or start with a blank postcard. So if you do a predefined template, simply hit next. The next page is going to show you all of the postcards you can use through PropStream, and they're categorized. Here at the top, you can see all of our templates, the investor-only templates, meaning that the verbiage is just investor-related. We know agents use our application, so we have realtor-only templates, so the verbiage is more realtor-related. You have custom templates. These are things that you've uploaded or selected from us and then customized. And you have past orders, because if it's not broken, then why try to fix it, right?
Nice.
So all of that available. Let's say we're taking that investor approach. We buy houses cash. Here we go. I'm going to hit select at the bottom. There's the postcard. Now I can stop here and hit print and mail. But remember, this is a template. This template does not have your website yet. That's why I wanted you to copy it earlier. Because once you get to this part, you can highlight the front side or the back side with your mouse. And when you do, a series of new buttons appear. And what you can do is hit Advanced Edit and edit the template, which is even more amazing. So in this case, where it says, please call, I can click on that area. And when I have the text box around it, down below is everything that's in that text box. So where it says, please call my business phone number, I can hit enter or visit my website and put that in there. Now, again, you might need to do some font adjustments, move it up or down, have fun with that, but we're going to leave that up to you. So for this example, let's just make it a little bit smaller just so it looks okay to the eyes. Okay. Or maybe move it higher, right? Maybe visit my website goes on top just so it's not blocking the house right here, right? However you want to have it.
Cool.
Finally, you're going to hit done. And there, your template, or our template, has now not only your phone number, but it has that email or website you created with us. You could even do that on the back side. You You can go to the backside and edit the backside as well. Okay.
Very cool.
Finally, once your edits, you can hit print and mail here at the top. We're going to give you a preview of this postcard. If you want to save it for future use, go ahead and name it whatever you want and check it off, right? And that's going to get stored in the our customized template dropdown I showed you earlier.
Nice.
Now, when you hit save, the last thing we're going to do is give you your pricing. And then we're going to ask you 3 important questions that people sometimes forget. Are your font, text, and images within the specified margins? Make sure nothing is cut off, okay? Did you include your contact information? Time after time, we see people forget to do this. So very, very important.
Whoops.
It's like when you see those bandit signs without any phone numbers. It's like, okay.
Yeah, what am I supposed to do with that?
Exactly. And then are your images clear, right? If you upload your own image, is it good? Does it look, is it pixelated or not? You might need to do some adjustments. So check them all off. If you're comfortable, hit place order. Your postcards will be sent to our publisher and then directly to the mailing addresses of your homeowners. So they don't go to you. You don't do anything besides just design on PropStream and place the order. Okay.
So let's say we did this today. When do you think they get mailed? So what is today? Thursday?
Thursday. So it takes about 3 to 5 business days to publish your design.
Sure.
And when I say that, again, if you only have like 1 or 2 cards, it's probably going to take 1 business day.
Right.
Unless there's a long line. If we're coming from a holiday weekend like we did recently, there's people in front of you. But typically 3 to 5 days to create your design.
Okay.
And then we send them out USPS first class. That's usually 1 to 3 days.
All right. So let's call it, you could expect them to be in the mail inside of a week.
A week and a half. Yeah. Within a week to the longest I've seen, and this is due to the UPS, United States Postal Service defunding last year issue, was 2.5 weeks. That was the longest I saw.
Okay, cool. All right. So relatively quick. That's awesome.
Yeah, very, very, very quick. Again, unless you have a 5,000 postcard order, that may take on the longer side of publishing.
Sure.
So
Understood. Okay.
All right. So you can, again, create your own postcard. Choose a template or start with the blank postcard. If you use that option, it just goes straight to the front and back side editor. Right. And this will now allow you to browse your device and upload your own picture. Maybe it's the PropStream logo. Maybe it's your logo, whatever it may be, right? So upload your postcard that you're already using. And not only that, but let's say you did upload a logo, you can go to advanced edit and actually edit over your uploaded image as well. Wow. So if I wanted to, here are some options, like I can change background or even add my own text box down here, right? Say, in a certain font, I want to buy your house, perhaps in white font. So I want your home. Let's make that a little bit bigger so you guys can see. Boom. Right. So you can literally upload your own design or your own image, then add more to it, and then print and mail and send it out to the homeowners. Wow. Exactly. So that's the postcard feature. We do have a Ringless voicemail, which, to be honest with you, is currently disabled. There are some legal things going on at the Federal Trade Commission. So look that up to formulate your own opinion, but we disabled that.
Smart. Yeah.
And finally, email marketing. This is 2 cents per successful delivery.
Oh, wow.
It's very easy to set up. So campaigning, this is just for you. What I normally do is I do email number 1 so that when I log back in, I know, oh, I got to do email number 2. Friendly from, you know how most emails that you get from a company say do not reply, or it says do not reply at Verizon, do not reply at Best Buy, or whatever it may be. It actually will say your name on our email. So it'll say friendly from Burton, friendly from Michael. Another cool thing about our email campaign is they can actually reply back to the email. Most business emails is a do not reply. So usually we're like, hey, leave me alone. Or if it's something really, really interesting, you have to go through a series of different steps just to get to that promotion, right?
Yep.
Not with us. You can actually put in your email, hey, reply back if you're interested, and they can reply back. Now, this email that you have here is where the reply back is going to go to. So that's the email you'll be needing to use to correspond with them. Subject line. That's the first thing everybody sees. You and I both know if the subject line isn't good enough, we mark it as just read right away, right?
Yeah.
So what you got to do is make sure you have a solid subject line, but we also helped you out by putting a CAN spam compliancy filter in there. So if you accidentally put like cash in your subject line, we're going to warn you not to do that. If you do things like act now, that's going to get flagged. If you even use capital letters, hello, that's going to get flagged. So you might want to do something that kind of goes under the radar, like, hi, I would love to talk to you about your home. Notice how nothing got flagged. That's probably going to get delivered, and it stands out compared to all the other marketing words and filters that are being applied right now.
Gotcha.
Click through URL or campaign URL. So if you created a URL with us, if you created that landing page with us earlier, we automatically connect your landing page to your email. If you have a different plan, I want to send them to my Facebook, my YouTube channel, my business email, custom URL, and we can redirect them somewhere else.
Okay.
And finally, delivery date. Would you like to send it right away? Leave that checked off. Uncheck to send it some other time zone. And then finally, again, do you want to save your design? Check for yes, uncheck for no. And do you want to use a blank email template or one of our templates? So your choice there. If you use our templates, very similar to the website and postcard setup, just put those two together. And here's what you have. You have, again, the banner image, a top logo, a bottom logo. You have the header text. You have the body text. You also have 5 different email layouts that you can choose from. But it's the same setup as the postcard as well as the landing page. Once you set up your message or images, whatever it may be, here at the top, some options that are important are to preview it. You can actually email it to yourself before anybody else gets it to make sure it looks good. You can edit who's getting the email, who's not getting the email. You can duplicate this campaign because sometimes you might need to send, 5, 6, 7 emails. So don't need to do this again and again, just duplicate it. Save and come back. And then finally, publish. Publish will actually send out the postcard or the email. And remember, if it gets delivered successfully, it's 2 cents. If we can't deliver it to the inbox, we won't charge you at all. And this is PropStream's campaign section.
Very cool. So again, folks, PropStream brings a lot of things to bear. We've talked about it as far as the course goes, about your buy box, learning more about your buy box. Now you can think about all your marketing and what you're targeting. It's just so much here. You've got to take the 7-day trial. The link will be below. You got some videos in the course to go play with, but there's just a lot here. Go figure out how you can use it. Any closing thoughts, Burton?
No, just again, marketing just obviously is more than one touch. So be patient, be consistent, and yeah, that's really my only best advice is I hope you do get someone to call you right away, but sometimes it might take a little bit longer than that.
Yeah, so I think the average the wholesalers I speak with, it's somewhere between 8 and 10 connections before they actually get a call back. So just know that that's out there. Be consistent. The best wholesaler I know in my market has been doing direct mail for 5 years.
Oh, wow.
And he actually tells me all the time, I got a lead this week from a postcard 2 years ago. So be consistent, folks. Hey, Bert, thank you very much for doing this. This has been a lot of fun.
Absolutely, Michael. Thanks for having me.